All right, if you don't have much time for the gym, this is exactly what you need to do. The biggest thing I hear is, I don't have time for the gym, but the truth is, you can make time for the gym. I know, I totally understand. You got work, you got school, you got family, and you got a busy ass schedule dealing with everything, dealing with all of that. But here's the thing, you don't actually need hours in the gym. I know everybody tells you you got to go to the gym 6 times a week and you got to train for 2 hours every single day, and that's the only way you can build as much muscle. No, it is false. You can still do a couple workouts a few times a week, 30, 45 minutes, and get optimal gains as well. Now, this guide is going to shift your mindset and really give you practical strategies that's going to have you cut down your time in the gym and still make the progress you want. So think about this. You make time for Netflix, you make time for scrolling on social media. You can make time for your health too. Check your phone app right now. I want you to check the screen time. And how many hours is it? Now imagine how many hours you could be putting into yourself, leveling yourself up, and then think 3 to 6 months from now, where you would be at. And if you really don't have time, you can do home workouts. You can do a quick little dumbbell workout and things like that. And in this video, make sure you stick to the end because I'm going to be dropping some free guides, some free example workouts that you can try out for yourself. Now, the key principles for efficient training is going to be prioritizing the compound movements, right? Things like exercises like squats, bench press, rows, because these work multiple muscle groups all at once. And I've made videos talking about this. Now, one of the most useful tools is doing supersets. So using supersets are super smart because you're comparing non-competing muscle groups. These are antagonist muscle groups that don't affect each other, that don't get in the way. And so you can actually train super efficient without losing strength because you're not going to be targeting the same muscle group and fatiguing it. So I'm going to say actually for bigger lifts, you need a bit longer than 90 seconds. You need about 2 to 5 minutes. But for the isolation exercises, it really depends. But things like your bicep curls, your tricep extensions, that's more like 90 seconds, 2 minutes. And a lot of this, you're going to have to adjust for yourself. You're going to have to intuitively think about how you're breathing and if you feel recovered, right? You don't want to jump into a set if you're still breathing heavy, if you can't even put all your that intensity into the workout itself. So make sure you're actually recovered in between each set so you can put full intensity in. But with the supersets, you can cut down on the rest time. Intensity is key. It is crucial. And I recommend training every single set till failure to maximize your time, your productivity. Don't want to be scrolling at all. You just want to be getting in there, locking in, getting into a flow state, putting on a good soundtrack, putting on a song that's going to get you fired up, and just vibe out, get a gym bro, and just hit PRs, train hard. Don't waste your time on TikTok. Just get in the gym and get out and train hard. Have a good session, right? We don't need to be warming up too long either. Doing goofy exercises, I don't know why you would need to roll out your glutes for 2 hours. I know some dudes will be doing that. You don't want to be talking to a dude 10 minutes every single workout, every single exercise, and then by the time you go to the gym, you just had a conversation. You didn't have a workout, right? You want your gym bro. You want to be socializing with somebody who's gonna actually motivate you and push you hard. You don't want to talk to a dude who's gonna be distracting you, talking about some random bullshit, when really you just need to be training hard, and that's the number one priority. Now, the power of supersets, this is why they're crucial. So what is a superset? A superset is when you can do two exercises back to back with little rest. They work because you save time by reducing need for separate rest periods. You can work basically harder with less time, burn more calories, and the best way to do this is by doing opposing muscle groups. So that's going to be things like chest and back, biceps and triceps. They don't interfere with each other. So this is going to be the optimal rest and recovery. So rest periods do matter. I know you might make sense to just, why do I even need rest? Why can't I just go through the workout? Well, what's the point of going through the workout if you're just giving it a huff and puff, rushing it? You're not actually putting as much effort and as much value and strength as you could be. And you could be getting so much more out of it if you properly rest and properly put in that intensity. So for big compound lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, rows, you need a slightly longer 2 to 5 minutes. Why? Because they require more on your central nervous system and more strength is going to take longer rest periods. That's just how it is. Now, when you're trying to train for hypertrophy, more muscle growth, that's where 90 seconds, even 60 seconds on some exercises can come in handy. Too much rest, though, you waste time. Too little time, you lose strength. So the balance is key. I would say most of the time, though, people are probably resting too little. You can rush some other lifts, but your squat, your bench, your deadlifts, don't rush that. Take your time with it. Warm up properly and push yourself hard so you're not just stuck in a plateau. We want to be hitting PRs on the compound lifts. We want to be constantly improving by doing progressive overload. And if you rush that, you'll be stuck in the same place. The right amount of sets is actually really important too. A lot of people might just want to get in and get out. And you can have that mindset as well. You can do 3 to 5 sets and probably maintain your muscle, right? But we're not here to just maintain muscle. We're here to grow muscle, get as jacked as possible. And the sweet spot is going to be 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week. So this is how you can split it up. You can do, I highly recommend, this is the most optimal way, is training each muscle group twice a week. That'll get you more results. More frequency is going to be better for maximum hypertrophy than just doing once a week. So twice a week is always better if you can split that up for each muscle group, and then use 3 to 4 sets so you can reach your weekly volume properly. And like I said before, focus on progressive overload. We don't want to be stuck in a plateau. If you're not getting PRs and you're just going through every single workout every single week with no change in your strength or your reps, that's why you look the same, right? But if you actually increase the weight, increase the reps, you'll notice your muscles are going to get bigger. That's how it works. On top of that, you can improve your form, you can improve other things as well, but progressive overload, it's a crucial aspect. You have to have it if you actually want to grow. So more is not always better as well. Overtraining, that can hold you back. And so that's why listening to your body is so crucial, to not be fatigued. And that's why I recommend about 3 to 5 times a week and having those rest days there. A lot of the time when I was younger, I thought I need to bench press every single day. And what really happens is your muscles, they need about 48 to 72 hours to properly recover. But if you're more experienced, you gotta be getting those extra little bit of gains. And the way to do that is by training smart, not like an ego lifter. So this is how we train smart versus training long. Now the old school way was just thinking more time, more gains, right? If I spend 2 hours in the gym, shouldn't I get more progress, right? I put in more hours, I put in more time, I get more results, right? No, it doesn't work like that. And it doesn't work like that with money and other things as well. Think about it. There's so many poor people working 9 to 5s. They're disciplined, they're not lazy, but they're not as rich as they could be because they're just doing the same thing. They're stuck because they're getting paid for their time. And time doesn't always necessarily mean you're gonna be rich. Time doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be jacked. It's your quality that you put in with that time. So we gotta train smart. Optimize intensity and volume with a set time. So here's an example. A 45-minute session with a superset can match or exceed a 90-minute traditional workout. You can actually beat the guy who's in the gym for 90 minutes if you're training smarter than him and doing everything right. So don't waste your time on junk volume, thinking that you need to do 4 sets of a freaking leg extension when you could just do 2 sets, 3 sets, put max intensity into that, and then go out next day, get stronger, and recover, and be a freaking great God. So if you have a busy schedule, you can still make it happen. You can still go to the gym and just train for 30 to 45 minutes if you train smart. Now, I'm going to give out some sample workout splits if you're a busy guy. You can choose a 3-day split, which is full body, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is great for minimal gym time. But if you're somebody who wants to go a little longer, well, you can go 4 days a week if you want to go slightly more days. And this is nice, it's balanced. Upper lower is really going to be the best for strength. With that split, you're going to be hitting your upper body twice and your lower body twice. So that's probably the best way if you just have 4 days in the week. But if you have 5 days, now this is personally what I like, and I feel like this is the most efficient for getting your volume high while optimizing the time. And personally for me, I would do a push-pull legs upper lower split. I think that's really what's best. Now, if you want to do 6 times, push-pull legs is pretty good. There's another one as well, but these are multiple different options that's going to allow you to have that flexibility there. So choose the split that you like most with your lifestyle. This might take some experimenting. Try out every single one if you're a brand new beginner and see what you like best. Listen to your body, see what fatigues you the most. But if you want my advice, go 5 days a week, do push-pull legs and upper lower. Here's a 5-day split where you can really maximize your time in the gym. And by doing that, you can do chest and back, because these are antagonists. Legs and abs, those are completely different muscle groups. They work. Shoulders and arms, same thing. Upper body hypertrophy, you can do chest, back, and arms together as long as you're doing supersets properly. And finally, a lower body and core day, splitting everything up. And here's another one. You could even do legs and biceps. Maybe you're somebody who hates training legs. Throw in biceps. So then you actually look forward to training your leg days, because you got those bicep workouts in there. You're going to be hitting some arms, and you can do that if arms are a weak point. But it's all about scheduling everything out so you're not wasting your time. And finally, here are some couple tips that are going to have you successful, not stuck in the plateau. No more excuses. You do have the time. You can stay consistent. Track your workouts. Now, use an app. Now, I do have a training app where I train all my clients on. There's other ones I know. Strong is one in the App Store. I personally loved using these workout apps, as well as Training Hard, Resting Right. If you click off this video and you're still training like a lazy ass bum, then you took no value. So don't be that guy. Be a disciplined man who gets after everything. And that's why Training Hard is important. It's not about just the workout you do. It's about the mentality you get from training hard. Nutrition is key as well. This workout plan will get you jacked for sure, but not if you're still eating like a fat ass. You know how to eat healthy. Maybe you don't. I've got other videos, so click on those other ones as well. Take control of your schedule. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm going to start next week, next Monday, next month. What's going to change now and next month? What are you waiting for? Every day goes by, you're getting older. Every day goes by, you don't go to the gym, you don't take action on your goals. You're just delaying the progress. You're delaying the better life experience you could be having, but instead you're sat here scrolling, contemplating, procrastinating, holding yourself back. Imagine how good you would look fitting in those t-shirts, being jacked at the beach, talking to that girl you like. Or do you want to just sit there on the beach with your bare belly, scrolling on TikTok, not talking to that girl, being insecure? Because that's what's going to happen if you keep telling yourself, oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I'm going to do it next month. Those excuses are absolutely pointless, bro. The best time to start is now. Take control of that schedule. And even 30 minutes a day is better than nothing. Don't be stuck in this all or nothing mindset. I don't have time to go, so I'm going to skip it. You didn't have to do 15 minutes. Do something besides doing the bullshit that you normally do. Replace those bad habits. Replace that with something that's actually going to make you feel good. Notice when you do those bad habits, you feel like shit after. When you eat junk food, do you actually feel good after it? I bet you don't. But when you go to the gym, do a hard-ass workout, you feel like a fucking god. If you get a sign that you're fucking feel like shit, well then that's a bad fucking sign and you should cut out that habit. But you continue to do it because you only think about the temporary pleasure, don't you? You think about how good you feel in the moment. You're not thinking about your future self. That's one thing you need to remember. You don't need motivation. You need consistency, and you need to be thinking about how good your future self could be. And that progress, you should get addicted to it. You should get addicted to leveling up instead of being that fat ass that just wants temporary pleasure and then feeling like shit the next day and wonder why you're stuck, wonder why you're depressed, because you're doing all this dumb shit, bro. So I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of this video. If you want the guide, you want the full workout plan, any type of blueprint, me on Instagram, DM me train, DM me free workout program, and I'll just send it right to you. I give it all away for free. I even have a Discord as well. Discord, link in bio, multiple workout plans, guide, as well as in there. So make sure you join and join the community of like-minded individuals. Now, if you're looking to fast-track your progress, you want the step-by-step tailored plan, blueprint for you, your goals that's going to guarantee you the dream physique you've always wanted, then apply for coaching, look at my bio, or just DM me on Instagram. I will get back to you. I'll see if you're a good fit. And from there, we can get started.